As a human being, we have different needs, and one of the most important needs we all have is that for sleep. We spend 1/3 of our lifetime in sleep. Sleep is refreshing, sleep is rejuvenating, and it gives us the energy to face the challenges of the world. After a good night's restful sleep, when we get up in the morning, any challenge that comes from the world, we are ready to face it. Yoga takes a detailed look at the concept of sleep. In general, sleep may be called Nidra, as in the yoga practice, Yoga Nidra, the yogic sleep. When sleep is taken to be in relation to a state of consciousness, we find that there are different categories in the yogic scheme of things. We have the state of wakefulness, alert, conscious state, that state in which we pass the time in the world. That state is called Jagrat, the wakeful state. The yogic concept of the dream-filled sleep, Swapna, is that of a state in modern medical terms that can be known as rapid eye movement sleep, REM sleep, where the eyeballs are moving even as we are sleeping, as we experience that dream-filled state and react to the situations occurring in our dreams. The next stage in the yogic concept is of Sushupti, which is a dreamless state of sleep. Modern medical terms such as non-REM sleep indicate this, a state where we are completely refreshed, and that is the state where that reinvigoration, energization can occur. Yoga views that state of Sushupti as a state where we can reconnect with our real self, the cosmic being. The yogic concept goes even a step further, that you have to go beyond the Jagrat, the wakeful, Swapna, the dream-filled, and Sushupti, the dreamless state, and you go into what is called Turiya. It is the state of a superconscious level. And as if that's not enough, we go to an even super conscious level, Turiya Thita. When we have a nice, refreshed, good night's sleep, we get up in the morning and we are energetic, ready to face the world. But if we don't get that sleep, we get up groggy, we get up in a bad mood, and we don't have the energy, physical, mental, emotional energy to combat the stresses of the modern world. So many people today suffer from insomnia, the inability to either go to sleep or stay asleep, or frequent breaks in the sleep where they get up in the morning and they feel down in the dumps. They don't have the energy. Leads to a poor work ability. They're not able to work. It leads to a sense of drowsiness in the daytime, what we call narcolepsy, irritability, and ultimately the quality of their life suffers. Yoga gives us a clue how to get back that refreshing deep sleep, how to get that energy so that we are ourselves. We are fit physically, mentally, and emotionally. In this presentation, we take a look at various yoga practices that are part of the Gita-nanda Rishi culture Ashtanga Yoga tradition. These practices are based on an important concept of yoga that is known as Spanda Nishpanda. Spanda refers to the tension, to the effort, to the tightness, the contraction. Nishpanda is the deactivation, the relaxation, and the letting go of the effort. When we put the effort and then we let go, the relaxation obtained is much more than just trying to relax without first making the effort. A certain level of tension is essential just to stay alive. But too much of tension leads to stress. Stress may be physical, it may be mental, it may be emotional. Stress may be real, it may be imagined. Often we are reacting to things that are not real. Often we are reacting to stuff that we have just imagined. When we talk about stress, more often than not, it is actually our reaction to something that may or may not be real. We think so and so has said such and such to us. And then we let that fester. That wound festers, becoming deeper and deeper. Our stress level goes up, higher and higher, and our ability to sleep goes down lower and lower. Yogic practices work on reducing the stress. Practices that work on the spine, bending forward, bending back, twisting right, twisting left. Practices that stretch the muscles, producing a sense of relaxation. The pranayama practices, especially pranayamas like the exclusive left nostril breathing, where we close the right nostril and we breathe in and then breathe out through the left nostril, the Chandra Nadi. These type of practices help to reduce the stress that we are feeling. When the stress level comes down, we are able to sleep better. The Spanda Nishpanda practice, where we tense the whole body part by part and then let go of the tension, is an excellent practice to help the body understand the need for tension and relaxation, effort and relaxation, activation and relaxation. The Jnana Yoga and Hatha Yoga relaxation practices, the Kaya Kriya, the Thala Kriya, Dridha Kriya, practices like the Anuloma Viloma and some of the concentrative meditative practices can calm the mind. And if the mind is calm, sleep is much better. It may not be possible to do all of the practices that I am giving you in this presentation. What I recommend is that you consult a qualified, experienced yoga therapist. Check out which of these practices will be best for you, and then embark on a disciplined and dedicated and sincere practice of them. And I'm sure you will find your condition improving day by day, finding yourself becoming more and more energetic, finding yourself reaching your own level of potential, that level where you are yourself. I wish you a wonderful journey with these yoga practices in moving from that state of ill health to a state of dynamic good health, positive optimum health, where you can function at the best level of perfection. Namaste.
Nasarga Mukhabhastrika. Nasarga Mukhabhastrika is a forceful expulsion of the breath through the mouth that can accompany different movements to relieve our pent-up stress. Take up a comfortable standing position and then start to shake your hands as vigorously as possible to loosen up the accumulated tensions of your daily life. Visualize all the tensions that have accumulated in your wrists and elbow joints, getting a good shake-up by this action. When you have got the tensions loosened up, take in a deep breath through your nose and clench your fist as if catching hold of all your tensions and stress. Now with a powerful blast through your mouth, whoosh away all your accumulated tensions and stress as forcibly as possible. Again, shake your hands as fast as possible. Breathe in and catch hold of the tension in your fist. Throw it all away with a blast. Make sure that you are using your diaphragm muscle vigorously while blasting out breath in this practice. Perform this practice 3, 6, or 9 times as necessary. After performing 3 to 9 rounds of this practice, relax in the standing position and enjoy the feeling of relief that sweeps through your arms as you relax with some deep breathing. Hasta Kona Kriya. Stand in Samastiti Asana with your arms by your sides. Slowly breathe in and lift your right arm over your head. Try to extend the arm over your head towards the left as far as possible without bending it. This gives a good stretch to the entire right side of the body. Slowly start to breathe out and lower your arm slowly back to the side. Perform the practice on the opposite side by lifting your left arm over your head while breathing in. Extend it as far towards the right as possible without bending it. Feel the excellent stretch on the entire left side of your body. Lower your arm back to your side while breathing out. Repeat the practice a few more times for maximum benefit. Hasta Kona Kriya helps to stretch the musculature of the arms, shoulders, and paraspinal area in a way not done in our day-to-day lives. This helps trigger the relaxation response in these tissues that are normally tense due to disuse, misuse, and abuse. A sense of profound relaxation is obtained after the sincere and regular practice of this activity, that is also known as the Ardhakati Chakrasana, as it provides a half stretch to the hip region. Padottanasana. Take a firm Samastiti Asana with your weight balanced on your feet. Spread your feet apart and stand in a steady manner. Lift your arms up to the shoulder level and stretch them to the sides as if they are pulling your chest in opposite directions. Breathe in and stretch your arms upward, keeping them parallel to each other above your head. Breathe out and slowly bring your hands down until they are touching the ground in between your feet. Breathe in and lift your head and give a healthy stretch to your entire back. Breathe out and place your head on the ground in between the legs with your hands placed palm down on the ground on either side of your head. Hold the position for 50 to 20 seconds. When ready, release the posture by lifting the head on an in-breath. Then slowly lift the hands over the head and come back to the standing position in a slow and steady manner. Relax in the Samastiti Asana with a few rounds of deep breathing. Sukhasana. To perform Sukhasana, the pleasant posture, sit on the ground with both your legs stretched out in front. Bend your left knee and then your right to pull the legs in and sit with your legs crossed at the ankles. Clasp your hands together to form the Yoga Mudra with fingers of your right hand dominant over the left. Sit straight and perform deep and controlled breathing. Sukhasana, the comfortable posture, is an excellent pose for relaxation, concentration, and meditation. It can be performed by most people in spite of their stressed out physical condition that prevents them from attaining to more complicated sitting postures. Perform the Sukha Pranayama by breathing in and out for an equal count of 6 while sitting in this comfortable posture. Brahma Mudra. Brahma Mudra is a gesture of the head and neck and is an excellent practice for one and all. Take up any comfortable sitting position such as Vajrasana with your spine as erect as possible. Breathe in and turn your head towards the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out while bringing your head back to the central position and make the guttural sound Ah. Slowly turn your head to the left while breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out and bring your head back to the central position, making the labial sound Oo. Slowly lift your chin up as if attempting to look at the sky and breathe in. Breathe out and make the palatal sound E while bringing your head back to the central position. Finally, lower your head, bringing chin to chest while breathing in. Breathe out and make the labial sound while bringing the head back to the central position. To repeat the practice a second time, breathe in and turn your head to the right. Release with the sound Ah. Breathe in and turn your head to the left. Release with the sound Oo. Breathe in and lift your head up. Release with the sound E. Breathe in and lower your head. Release with the sound Perform a minimum of 3 to 9 rounds of this practice at each sitting. Brahma Mudra is an excellent practice to prevent as well as relieve disorders of the cervical spine that are so common in this modern day and age. It is important to concentrate on the area of the neck to be relieved, repaired, or rejuvenated while sounding the Bija mantras. When you are finished, sit in Vajrasana and concentrate on this valuable practice that combines the use of physical movement synchronized with deep breathing and the usage of nada or vibrational sounds. Chatushpadasana. Sit in Vajrasana. Place both your palms on the ground in front of you and lift up until you are in a four-footed pose. Your weight should be equally balanced on your two hands and knees. Keep your body parallel to the ground and perform deep and rhythmic breathing. When we perform Chatushpadasana, our body organs are free from the negative effects of gravity that are otherwise present during the upright stance of our daily life. After performing the posture for a comfortable period of time, slowly relax back to the Vajrasana and enjoy the feeling of relief that is produced by this simple yet effective posture. Vyagraha Pranayama. The tiger breath helps relieve numerous musculoskeletal problems that are the bane of modern life. Take up the Chatushpadasana with your weight evenly distributed between your hands and knees. Start breathing in and out for an equal count of 6. While breathing in, slowly lift your head and arch your back downwards. Then breathe out slowly and lower your head while arching your back upwards. Vyagraha Pranayama helps utilize all sections of our lungs in a balanced and controlled manner, thus energizing the whole body with healing pranic energy. This is also very good for those suffering from musculoskeletal disorders of the joints. It is a simple and yet effective practice to prevent and manage the numerous gynecological disorders of women and is a boon for the pregnant woman. It is an important component of rejuvenation and rehabilitation. When ready, slowly relax back to the Vajrasana for a period of quiet contemplation. Meru Asana. Sit in Vajrasana. Come forward and perform the four-footed Chatushpadasana. Straighten your knees and arms and raise your buttocks up until the soles of both your feet are flat on the ground. Keep your hands and feet in parallel so that the right hand and right leg as well as the left hand and leg are in a single line. Perform a few rounds of regular breathing while holding the pose and contemplate the steadiness and might of a huge mountain. When ready, release the pose and come back to the Chatushpadasana and then the Vajrasana for some relaxation. Chiri Kriya. This excellent breath and body movement coordination activity, named after the cricket, is performed from the Chatushpadasana. Take in a long, slow and deep breath and stretch your right leg straight back along the ground. Lift it as high as possible and look up to perform the Sharabhasana. On the out-breath, bring your leg down and lower your head until your forehead touches your right knee. Perform this complete cycle of the cricket movement 3 times on the right side before relaxing back to the Chatushpadasana. To obtain equal benefits for both sides, Perform the practice on your left side. Excellent spinal health is developed by the regular practice of this breath movement cycle that can even be quite meditative and contemplative when done in a slow and steady manner. Relax into the Shashankasana with your arms stretched out in front, and then finally come back to the Vajrasana. Purvottanasana. In Uttanasana, place the hands behind the back with the palms on the ground. On an in-breath, lift the body so that the entire body is arched from the feet that are flat on the ground to the head that is loosely dangling between the shoulders. The fingers must point towards the back. Release the pose on the out-breath and relax in Uttanasana. Ekapada Uttanpadasana. From Shavasana, lift your right leg up towards the sky on the in-breath. Try not to bend the knee if possible. On the out-breath, lower the leg back to the ground. Use a breath cycle of in and out for a count of 6 or 8. Repeat this 2 more times. Perform the same practice on the left side. Lift your left leg up towards the sky on the in-breath. Try not to bend the knee if possible. On the out-breath, lower the leg back to the ground. Use a breath cycle of in and out for a count of 6 or 8. Repeat this 2 more times. After performing the practice at least 3 times on each side, relax in Shavasana with deep breathing. Those who have back problems should not do straight leg lifting and should do it with bent knee instead to avoid increasing the strain on the back. Dvipada Uttanpadasana. From Shavasana, lift both legs up towards the sky on the in-breath. Try not to bend the knees if possible. On the out-breath, lower the legs back to the ground. Use a breath cycle of in and out for a count of 6 or 8. Repeat this 2 more times. And then relax in Shavasana with deep breathing. Those who have back problems should not do straight leg lifting and should do it with bent knees instead to avoid increasing the strain on the back. Pavanamuktasana. Lie down in a comfortable Shavasana and start to breathe in and out for an equal count of 6 or 8. To perform the single-legged Ekapada Pavanamuktasana, bend and lift your right knee while breathing in and simultaneously also lift your head off the ground. Catch hold of your knee and try to touch your knee to your forehead. Hold the position for a few seconds and then while breathing out, slowly release the position and lower your head while at the same time bringing your foot back to the ground. Perform the practice on the opposite side by bringing the left knee to the forehead. Hold the position for a few seconds and then slowly release the position and lower your head while at the same time bringing your foot back to the ground. Repeat this at least 2 more times to complete a set of 3 rounds of the practice. This practice helps relieve the stress and tension that tends to accumulate in the abdominal region. It is also useful to prevent and control the various joint disorders that afflict the limbs and the abdominal organs. Relax in Shavasana for a few minutes with deep and rhythmic breathing while concentrating on your abdominal area that will help to relax you further. To perform the double-leg Dvipada Pavanamuktasana, bend and lift both your knees while breathing in. Bring them as close to your forehead as possible while simultaneously raising your head to meet the knees. Hold a few seconds and then while breathing out, lower your head and simultaneously bring your feet back to the ground. Repeat this 2 more times to complete a set of 3 rounds at each session. The Pavanamuktasanas help to prevent and relieve joint pains, gas troubles, and abdominal problems such as indigestion and constipation. They are also useful for persons suffering from diabetes mellitus as well as liver disorders. When ready, relax in Shavasana for a few minutes with deep and rhythmic breathing while concentrating on your abdominal area. Sarvangasana. Lie down in Shavasana, breathe in and lift both legs at a time until you are in the Dvipada Uttanasana. Continue the upward motion and lift your back off the ground using both arms to support the lower back. Keep your trunk and legs in a straight line by supporting the entire trunk on the shoulders. Breathe in a shallow manner while concentrating on the healthy pressure at the throat region. Release the posture after 10 to 15 seconds and while breathing out, slowly come back to the Shavasana. Roll your head from side to side to ease away any pressure that may have accumulated in the neck. After short relaxation, repeat the practice 2 more times. Sarvangasana stimulates the endocrine system and is especially good for the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is in charge of body metabolism, and increased metabolic activity burns up the excess calories effectively. Those suffering from neck problems and infections of the head and neck region must avoid Sarvangasana. Viparita Karani. From the supine Shavasana, slowly lift both your legs up as if performing the Sarvangasana. However, the weight of your body should be balanced on your elbows and arms and not on your shoulders. Viparita Karani is the shoulder stand-like mudra where the weight of the body is supported by the elbows while the hands are placed against the pelvic girdle. Hold the posture in a comfortable manner and then start to perform the incomplete and complete actions of this mudra. Perform the incomplete action by taking a deep inhalation and bringing your straightened legs towards your head so that your body makes an acute angle. Then perform the completed action by pushing your legs away while exhaling the breath. Make sure that your feet are extended in a rigid position, making an obtuse angle. Breathe in, bringing your feet towards your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, pushing your feet away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue the practice for a minimum of 3 to 9 rounds of this alternation between the incomplete and complete postures with the breath cycle at every session. This mudra promotes a healthy metabolic function by stimulating the pancreas and the uptake of insulin by cells of the body. It is highly recommended for the prevention, control, and possible cure of conditions such as diabetes mellitus and imbalances of the thyroid gland. It is also useful to reduce prolapsed organs such as the uterus or rectum back into their normal location. When ready, slowly bring your legs down to the ground in a phased manner and enjoy a quiet period of relaxation in the Shavasana. Sapurna Matsyasana. Perform Uttanasana with your palms on the ground alongside your body. Bend your elbows and relax back until your body is fully supported on your elbows and forearms. Let your head fall back in a relaxed position and lift your chest to arch your back as high as possible. Breathe in a regular and deep manner, forcing the breath to move primarily in the middle chest area, stretching the mid-lungs and massaging the heart. After performing at least 3 to 6 rounds of deep breathing in this position, come back up to the Uttanasana and then slowly return to the Shavasana. Start to roll your head from side to side to dissipate any tension that may have been created in the neck from this posture. Makarasana. Take up a comfortable face-prone Unmukhasana with your arms by the side of your body. Spread your legs 1 foot apart so that your hips and lower limbs feel relaxed. Lift your head and bring your left hand in front and place down in front of your face. Place your right hand over the left and then relax your chin on the back of your right hand. Enjoy a period of quiet rest and relaxation in this posture that brings to mind the effect of a majestic crocodile enjoying a relaxed sunbath on a river bank. This practice is a useful relaxation posture for those who feel uncomfortable on their back. The shoulder and upper back as well as the lower limbs get an excellent yet non-stressful stretch that triggers off the relaxation response. If you feel that it is too stressful to keep your chin on your hands, you may place your forehead there instead. Bhramari Pranayama. Bhramari is one of the Swara pranayamas and helps tone up the nervous system, thus producing a state of extreme calmness and bliss. Sit on your heels in the Vajrasana with your spine erect. Perform the Shanmukhi Mudra with your thumbs closing the external auditory canals. The first two fingers are then placed over the closed eyelids while the ring fingers regulate the flow of air through the nostrils. The little fingers are placed over the closed lips. This mudra helps in uniting the energies of the nerves of the hands with the facial and trigeminal nerves of the face. Take in a slow and deep breath for 6 counts. Then let out the breath very slowly while making a sound in the nasal passages like the high-pitched sound of a bee. Repeat this practice 3 to 9 times at each sitting in order to obtain maximum benefit by way of stress relief. After performing the required number of repetitions of the Bhramari Pranayama, release your hands back to your thighs and enjoy a few minutes of deep contemplation while sitting in the Vajrasana. Chandra Nadi Pranayama. Sit in Vajrasana and perform Nasika Mudra with your right hand. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale slowly through your left nostril for a count of 4. Now exhale through the same left nostril for a count of 8. Keep your right nostril closed throughout the duration of the practice. Repeat the Chandra Nadi Pranayama for a minimum of 9 rounds at each session. Patients of anxiety, hypertension, diabetes, insomnia, and other stressful conditions can benefit by practicing this pranayama 27 times before breakfast, lunch, dinner, and before going to bed at night. Pranava Pranayama. This pranayama uses the primordial sound of the Omkara and has unlimited healing potential. It harmonizes the body, emotions, and mind and is an important part of the Rishi culture Ashtanga Yoga tradition as taught by Yoga Maharshi Dr. Swami Geetanandagiri. In this practice, emphasis is first placed on making the sounds A, U, and separately and then in combination. This is followed by the performance of the practice mentally without the audible sound. Sit in Vajrasana and place the Chin Mudra on your thighs. Breathe in deeply into your lower chest area. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out with the sound A. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Now concentrate on the sound A mentally and perform the same practice 3 times without the audible sound. Curl your fingers inward to form the Chinmaya Mudra and place it on your thighs. Breathe deeply into your mid-chest region. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out with the sound OO. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now concentrate on the sound OO mentally and perform the same practice 3 times without the audible sound. Perform the Adi Mudra by clenching your fists with your thumb in the center and place the mudra on your thighs. Breathe deeply in your upper chest and clavicular regions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now exhale with the sound Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Now concentrate on the sound mentally and perform the same practice 3 times without the audible sound. To perform the 4th part of the practice that unites the 3 earlier parts, perform the Adi Mudra and then place it with the knuckles of both hands touching in front of the navel. This is known as the Brahma Mudra. Take a deep breath into the lower, mid and upper chest regions. Now let the breath out with the sounds A, U, Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Now concentrate on the sound and perform the same practice 3 times without the audible sound. A performance of 3 to 9 rounds of the Pranava Pranayama, when done daily, helps to relax the body, emotion and mind complex and provides complete healing through the production of healing vibrations at all levels of our existence. This is the cornerstone of yogic breath therapy and can produce health and well-being for all. When the concentrative aspect of the practice is taken to its peak, a state of meditation or pranava dhyana can ensue. Shavasana. Lie supine on the ground with your head preferably to the north, enabling your body to be in alignment with the Earth's electromagnetic field. Make sure that your head and body are in a straight line, while your hands are kept relaxed by your side with the palms facing upwards. Bring your feet together and then let your 4 feet fall away into a V shape with your heels as close together as possible. Start to consciously watch your breath by letting your awareness settle in the abdominal area. Feel the abdominal movements as your abdomen rises as you breathe in and falls as you breathe out. After a few rounds of this practice, slowly let your awareness settle at the tip of your nose. Feel the cool, inspired air flowing into your nostrils as you breathe in and become aware of the warm, expired air flowing out of the nostrils when you breathe out. Consciously regulate your breath so that the duration of the incoming and outgoing breaths is equal. The inspiration and expiration can be for a count of 4 or 6 initially, and then with practice, elongated to a count of 8 or 10. Perform at least 9 rounds of this conscious deep breathing and enjoy the relaxed sensation that spreads throughout your body. The relaxation in Shavasana can be further deepened by utilizing the Savitri Pranayama to relax and rejuvenate your body, emotions and mind. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 6. Hold in the breath for a count of 3. Breathe out through your nose for a count of 6. Finally, hold the breath out for a count of 3. Make sure that you are breathing in and out through both nostrils and that you are using the complete yogic breathing. Perform at least 9 rounds of this combination practice that heightens the relaxation to a very deep level. Shavasana is a relaxing and energizing posture in which the body, emotions and mind are united in the process of conscious relaxation. 15 minutes of Shavasana, properly performed, is equal to more than 1 hour of refreshing sleep. Spanda Nishpanda Kriya. This practice is done from Shavasana using the yogic concept of Spanda and Nishpanda, which means the coupling of tension and relaxation. We consciously tense different parts of our body as much as possible and then relax them to the maximum in a step-by-step manner. This produces a better relaxation response than the mere attempt to relax without putting in the initial effort of tension. Lie down in a comfortable supine shavasana with your entire body in a single straight line. After a few seconds of relaxation in this position, start to tense your entire body part by part from your toes up to the top of your head until every part of your body is as tense as possible. Hold this 100% tension state of Shpanda for a few seconds. Let all the muscles of your entire body be as tense as possible. At the peak of the tension, just let go and immediately relax your entire body 100%. This is the state of Nishpanda. Enjoy this relaxed state and with conscious awareness, continue to watch your breath as it comes in and goes out of your nose. Repeat this practice again by tensing up your entire musculoskeletal system to the state of Shpanda and hold it for a few seconds. When ready, let go completely and enjoy the Nishpanda state for a few minutes. To complete the practice, repeat the Shpanda Nishpanda Kriya a third time. Be aware of how all your muscles relax in this practice because the relaxation is deepened when it is contrasted with tension. This practice is a boon for those suffering from psychosomatic, stress-induced and stress-aggravated disorders such as hypertension, diabetes, asthma, insomnia, peptic ulcers and bowel disorders. It is also useful for patients of musculoskeletal problems such as neck pain, back pain, and arthritis. Dhrida Kriya. Lie down in the Shavasana and stretch your arms over your head. Breathe in and roll onto your left side, keeping your body as straight and stiff as possible. Hold in your breath while balancing on your side for a few seconds. You should be aware of the stretch from the tips of your fingers to your toes as you stretch them in the opposite directions. Release your breath with a mighty whoosh and flop onto your back, offering no physical resistance to falling back into the supine position. On the next incoming breath, slowly roll on to your right side and hold the pose while holding your breath for a few seconds. Make sure that you are stretching from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. When ready, flop onto your back with a whoosh and enjoy the relaxation. Repeat the Dhrida Kriya at least half a dozen times at each session to work out the stiffness and aches from your entire musculoskeletal system. A deep sense of relaxation is obtained by the regular practice of the Dhrida Kriya. When ready, relax your arms back to the sides and lie down in Shavasana for some relaxation.